Okay, guys, man, the show tonight is on fire. Very interesting stuff. So let's cross over quickly to Kisii County, where we have Willice Ochieng. Willice, leo show imeweza kuweza. Sasa we're waiting for your, for your icing on the cake now. Ndo tumalize.
I know, Betty, it's always on fire. You are on fire, they are on fire, and at TV47 is also on fire. That is at TV47 News, and that is it out here.
Thank you, Willice. Thank you so much. Great energy, and let's get straight to it. So let's start with the first word, and this one is S-I-P-H-O-N. Do we say siphon? Do we say siphon? Do we say siphon? How do we go about that one?
Betty, that word has the stress at the onset. When I talk about stress at the onset, I refer to the beginning of that word, the first syllable. So you say siphon, siphon. What is also important is that diphthong I, sigh, not siphon. You don't say to siphon fuel, you say to siphon fuel.
Okay, to siphon, not siphon. Thank you so much, Willice. Moving to this one. This one, it gives people problems. So do we say pediatric, pediatric? How do we go about that one? Pediatrician or pediatrician, pediatrician? How do we say that word, Willice?
Oh, when we talk about that which is connected to children and the diseases that they always have, you talk of P, not pie. Pie is quite common, but you don't say pie at the beginning. You say P with a long, high front sound E. Pediatric. Okay. Pediatric. That is the adjective. Then we have pediatrician, not pediatrician. Then pediatrics. Pediatrics.
Oh, okay.
So what is important is P, not pie.
Okay, that's a surprise. Pediatrician. Is that so, Willice? Pediatrician.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pediatrician, pediatrics, pediatric. So that is the way to go, Betty.
Okay, that was a surprise for me, for sure, Willice. Okay, let's move on to this.
It happens, Betty.
Yes, it does. Let's take a look at this other one. Willice, do we say resignation? How do we go about saying this particular word?
Well, let's begin with the verb, Betty. To resign, resign. But when we come to inflection, changing the form of a word for grammatical function, you don't now say resignation, no. Now you say resignation. Okay. Resignation. That is the correct pronunciation, Betty.
Okay, resignation. Okay, Willice, thank you for that. Yes. Moving to this other one. So do we say beverage? How do we go about that one? Which is which?
Beaver, no. Bever, yes. Okay. You say beverage. Beverage, not beverage that we commonly hear around us. Okay. But many people sometimes mispronounce certain words in English because they lack proper guidance on how to handle them. But now that they have a chance to watch this show, Betty, they are good and they are relaxed. Okay,
Willice. Moving to this other one. So do we say excellent or excellent? You remember the other time we said we normally say exist and not exist. So when we come to this one, Willice, how do we go about it?
Tricky. The problem with English, when you talk about the orthography of English and the phonology of English, when I talk about orthography, that is the spelling system, then phonology is about the sound system. We have a lot of irregularities, Betty. Exist. Example, but you don't say excel. You say to excel or excel. So, excellency and excellent, not excellent. Many people say excellent. That is inaccurate. You say excellent, excellency.
Okay. Yeah, that one is a surprise,
Yes.
really. Yeah, people say excellent, but
Yes, many
that's
people
wrong.
say excellent. You may
Yeah.
find somebody, like sometimes, Betty, something once happened to me in a public vehicle, and somebody wanted to make people inside that vehicle understand that she is tough in English. Because I think she had come back from some foreign land, and then she shouted, excellent. Then, you know, somebody looked at me. Betty, sometimes
Willice.
it's better to be relaxed, not to display certain things. When you're not sure, you just avoid it. But that lady shouted, excellent. Now I said, oh God, I wish she knew. But it happens. Nobody's perfect.
Oh my goodness, Willice, I'm sure you normally take a laugh whenever you hear this wrong pronunciation.
It happens. That is life.
It is life for sure. Okay,
Yes,
Willice.
it's life.
All right, Willice, I'll let you go through your collection, and then we're going to come back and
our
test
collections
our
for
tongue.
the week, and we have also to appreciate them. So I'll be a bit fast because we have time is running. So we have Rashid to Vincent. At Rashid to Vincent of Nairobi, you say anemone, anemone, and then you have Ustasha or Ustashia. Remember the first word, you can also say anemone, but anemone is the one which is more recognized when you talk about RP, that is received pronunciation. Now, we have Bethel W, Mwaura. You say pupil or pupil, then peril, peril, April, April. You can say April or April, then apparel, apparel. Then we have it's Peter Walker of Mtwapa, Mombasa, a very tricky word, Betty. Many people say porcelain, but we don't say porcelain, it's porcelain. The A in that word is silent. Then we have at Ken Songu, rural and squirrel. Emily Banda of Chuda, Pwani, you say juice. Betty, have you had somebody saying in a supermarket, somebody is in a supermarket and the person says, can I have the juice, juice or juice? Have you had such mispronunciations?
Sorry, Willice?
They are there. But such people are innocent because that is what they commonly hear around them. You say juice, juice, not juice and not Jewish. Then we have Coletta Anyang of Kisumu, Kisumu Karateng. Karateng, that is a very, let me leave that story. Let me go straight to the word, Betty. You say grew. Coletta Nyango, you say grew, not grew. Grew, no. Grew, brew, crew, screw, and you also say drew. The teams drew, not drew. Then we have Man David, you say schedule. Schedule. Not, don't say schedule. It is schedule in American English. That is American English, you say schedule. But in the English or standard English, if you like, British standard English, you say schedule. Then we have Dr. Julius Gekonde Mogaka. Dr. Julius Gekonde Mogaka and Mercy Malombo of eSmart College, you say direct, direct, directorate. And then director, but you can also say director. Aleki Angosh 254 of Gidogaro. Some names, Betty. Can you say Gidogaro?
Gidogaro. Gidogaro.
Gidogaro. Sometimes you see, you have to say it the local way. Gidogaro. Now, you say refuge and refugee. Don't say refuge and don't say refugee. Nimrod Kidinji. Nimrod Kidinji 1 of Texas, you say chores. Domestic, chores. Don't say cause.
Yes.
Chores.
Okay.
At Nick Mukindia, you say jail for that name, not jail that we see or our eyes see jail, but Betty, you say jail when you're pronouncing that word in English.
Right.
And we have at Edward Moindi, lingerie and insidious. Some of the words, I'll handle them for you later because we have to share with everyone. Perpetua. Betty.
Yes.
There is a name Perpetua. Do you hear Perpetua? Have you heard Perpetua?
Pepetea.
Imagine that name is pronounced as Perpetua. Perpetua Simiyu of Bungoma, you say leopards, not leopards.
Okay.
That O is silent. AFC leopards, not AFC leopards, which we hear commonly. Now, Lawrence Bingi of Nairobi, you say plumbing, not plumbing. Plumbing, no. That B is silent. You say plumbing and plumber or plumbers. Then we have Sami Mwada of Muranga Town.
Yes.
Thank you. Caroline Joki of Nyeri. Thank you. Abdallah Mahmoud of Malindi and Benta Sankale of Narok. Keep it at TV47 every Friday night because I got your messages throughout the week and we also appreciate you so much. Otherwise, Betty, can I move to the surprise word or we try to listen or we can hear people trying their tongues?
Let's just move straight to it. Straight to it.
Okay.
Okay.
We go to the surprise word?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we have it. Betty, when you talk about that room or space in the wall of a house where people keep things.
Okay.
Can you just give what you commonly hear locally? What do you hear people saying for this word, Betty?
Let me just take a look at it. Closet. Either or.
Many people say that.
Yes.
Closet, but we say closet. Closet.
What?
That is the correct or accurate pronunciation of this word.
Okay.
It's a surprise, and I know to very many people, closet, the closet, not the closet, not the closet. So our eyes can see the spelling, but the pronunciation becomes tricky, which is why we share good pronunciations like brothers and sisters on this show, Betty.
Thank you so much.
Test your tongue or something?
Yes. Kindly finish for us to test your tongue. I don't want to try that word because it's so hard. Just go for it, Willice.
Do we have any clip, Betty?
No. Let's just go straight to it.
Or we just go straight to that word. So
yes,
I have to display it because sometimes, you know, the machines, the way they behave and the time. So this word talks about those who fall between the age bracket of 71 and 79. So you say septua or septua. You can also say septua. So Septuagenarian, yes. Septuagenarian, yes. Septua or septua. Tricky but manageable. Just like you talk of octogenarian for those who fall between 81 and 89. Then we have sexagenarian for those who fall between the bracket of 61 and 69. Otherwise, Betty, I think if anybody wants to reach us, they just send something to at Betty M. Kialo,
yes.
at TV47 News,
yes.
or just to Willice Ochieng 1. At Willice Ochieng 1, that is on X, any day of the week. But Friday night, ensure that you're with us to watch This Friday with Betty. The segment is Which is Which, and I'm Willice Ochieng.
All
just
right.
a Willice.
Wow, Willice, thank you so much. A lot of those words really are just a big surprise. So we really appreciate you talking to us about, you know, proper pronunciations. And like you mentioned, we need people to talk to us more on X, and then we'll be tackling the questions that they ask every Friday, God willing. So we are about to end the show, but let me just take a few, a few messages from you. Thank you so much for watching. Somebody, George Museti, surely, okay, Cosmos Oraha Matatu, you're saying, Betty, I'm enjoying the show here in Butere.